Hey, it's Justin, ID Chrysler here in Bismarck. Here is 2023 Wagoneer Series 2, but it's a Wagoneer L. Got it's a foot longer than the regular Wagoneers. A lot more space. We'll show you all that stuff, okay? This one is in Zenith silver. Great color, nice silver, a lot of metallic and everything. Has 22-inch aluminum wheels. Now, this is not a carbide like the other ones I've shown before. Not the black wheels and the black trimmer thing. This is how a regular Wagoneer would look with the stainless steel and the chrome trim and everything, okay? So, we'll go around, make a lap around it. Front end, all LED lighting, automatic headlamps, automatic high beams, LED fog lights, and driving lights. You got your daytime running light along the top of your blinker, that's LED. Front and rear park sensors. As you can see, the sensor in the middle. Of course, you got forward collision alert, adaptive cruise control, all that good stuff. Our adaptive cruise actually has stop and go, where if you're in a traffic jam, you can literally, and I've tested this, not gonna lie, set the speed and it stops and it just goes with the cars. It's pretty cool. Go across here a little bit. Now up front, under the hoods, the new 3-liter Hurricane twin turbo 3-liter inline 6-cylinder. In this one is 420 horsepower, 470 foot-pounds of torque, hooked up to an 8-speed automatic. Okay. This one's a Series 2. Now, this one doesn't have the package, but this one just has the stationary steps, so no power steps on this one. You got the black mirrors and everything. As you can tell, with it being an L, you can pretty much tell right through here mostly, but with that extra foot that's in these, bigger door, and then you got more gap to the back fender well, where there's a lot more room in there, and we'll show you that too. Come around to the back here. And of course, you got your LED backup lights, you got your LED blinkers, tail lights, class 4 receiver hitch underneath the pin, underneath the cover there, 7-pin and a 4-pin. So if you want to tow, absolutely. Of course, you got backup sensors, you got cross traffic alert, you got backup camera, like everything back here. I'm gonna open the hatch. Now, this is really where you're gonna see the difference between a regular Wagoneer and the L. So on an L, it goes to about here, honestly. And then with the Wagoneer L, as you can see, you got a lot more room there. I mean, all sorts of space. Of course, third row on this one is power reclining, or power fold down. Actually, this side won't fold down. I have that seat reclined a little bit. I'll show you that here in a second. So, I mean, when you look here, you got lots of space. I mean, you can haul pretty much anything. Plus the second row buckets, they'll fold down too. So you could literally, if you want to, it'd probably fit in almost a piece of plywood in here if you had to. Backseat passengers on both sides, they have buttons for a power recline. So if they're back there and they want to get a little more comfortable, they can actually recline the backrest a little bit. USB and USB-C plug-ins, their own vents, and they have their own little skylight. Now that does not open, but there's a sunshade, but that is just stationary. Just kind of make it a little, brighter in here. You got the big back windows on here because you can just tell by how much more glass is there. Okay, on this side, subwoofer. It's got the Alpine sound system in it. Really good stereo. I'm going to come around over to this side here. Show you the back. So put it this, I'm about 6'1". That seat is in my position. I can easily sit behind that one. Of course, you can recline the seat back too in the second row. Want to take a nap when you're on a road trip, whoever's with you, they can recline back, take a nap. You got separate climate controls back here. The bucket seats are also heated. You got a home style charge port, a whole bunch of USB style plugs, and a 12-volt. Cup holders down here. It's a little dirty. I apologize about this. A couple looked at this the other day, had their kids, and they left their kids in and kind of tracked it through a little bit, but of course we clean them out. Plus we have WeatherTech floor mats available. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this seat forward here. Okay, and you got a really big pass through, as you can see. I mean, easily get in the back. Lots of leg room. I mean, I know that seat's folded down, but you can kind of see how much leg room. I've ridden in the back of not an L but a short wheelbase, and the leg room for second and third rows is the same as the short wheelbase. Most of the foot is pretty much back there, just the way they kind of redesigned everything to make it more spacious. Okay, so you got a lot of room back here. I'm gonna move the seat back here. Okay, and it'll actually stay in the recline position, which is kind of cool. Then also, you can do this, like I said, you can fold it flat. So if you have everything flat, you can definitely haul a lot of stuff in here, lots of big stuff too. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Of course, blind spot indicator on there, power heated mirrors, power seats on both sides, heated and cooled on both sides, panoramic sunroof, and a bee decided to fly in here, but I'll get him out of there. But we got the big old panoramic up here, very comfortable seats. Let's see if you can kind of see here. This one has the passenger side interactive display on it. The person riding over here can run the navigation, listen to their own music. If they want to watch a movie, hook up some Bluetooth headphones, use the HDMI port down here, and they can watch a video. Nice center console. It's got a kind of a gray look, stained wood to it on this one. I'll jump in the driver's seat here in a second. It's a little dirty. We've had some rain showers and a little bit of wind, so of course it rains, dust gets on it. So it's, even with the dirt, you know, these silver is a great color. Okay. Right now, this one's stickers at $79,810. Come over here. You got all 4 windows are one-touch auto down. 2-seat memories here. They're auto up also. Electric park brake. You got power adjustable steps, power tilt and telestalking steering column. Like I said, headlamps, leave them on automatic. Don't have to worry about none of that stuff. You have your light sentinels, so how long you want to leave the lights on when you get out, things like that. Also for the dome lights, interior lights, I guess you call them, and also for the dash. Okay, and I'm going to close the sunroof. Get rid of some of the reflection in here. And of course, it's got the full power shade up top. One more time. Okay, so down here, like I said, we got those charge plugs down there. We got 12 volt, the HDMI for the display there. Wireless charging pad for your phone. 8-speed automatics, rotary dial. You have the button to shut off the auto start stop. Lane keep assist, you can shut that off if you don't like it. Traction control hazards, of course, it has the back button to turn off the park sensors if those bother you. Tow haul mode, and then of course this is the button to turn the screen on if you would like to, and I can turn it on or off from here. This one has the select track, so you just got snow and mud, or sand and mud, snow, auto, and sport. Turn this down a little bit. Like I said, heated steering wheel, cooled seats, heated seats. And then we get up here. We'll go over the steering wheel a little bit here. Okay, great steering wheel, kind of a flat bottom design. I really hope they put these steering wheels in the Rams. Talking about adaptive cruise, so you can adjust your distance and everything. And there's actually a little logo down there where it switches to. Also, those lines will be green or red or yellow or whatnot if you're going out of the lane. Okay. Right now we're just on the tire pressure settings. I'm going to go down. And they do get better gas mileage on that. These are rated at 23 miles per gallon on the highway. They're actually quite fuel efficient for the size and with that new motor. Of course, you can do your navigation from here. What's really cool is when the person over there, if their passenger is going to do the navigating for you, it's going to come over here and ask you as the driver to accept where they want you to go. So you hit that, it'll put it on here, but at the same time, if you have the nav here, it's going to actually highlight the route and all that stuff. So it's a really nice system. Go down to the next one. Of course, this just kind of tells you what's going on with the off-road mode. It's basically the four-wheel drive settings, tachometer, things like that. Radio stations. Okay, and then this is just if there's any, let's say, check engine lights or any kind of messages or whatnot, or if you have Bluetooth hooked up. Speaking of that, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both wireless with this, with Uconnect 5 now. Okay, you can go in here, you can go up, change what you want for in the corners and the screen, the whole 9 yards. And we'll go back here. And then you got two options. You got kind of this digital look, and if you hold OK down, you can go do a digital analog setup. Okay. Cruise control, like you turn it on or off, it tells you. Over here, you can actually push this button, and it'll set up kind of like five favorites. So you set what you want. So like radio station's already set. It's got the angle for the wheel, so that's the off-road one. Adaptive cruise, fuel economy, and then on that one, you can have the navigation in there if you would like to. Hit this button again, and it just goes back to where it was. Audio controls on the back side of the steering wheel, tuner and everything on this side, volume on this side. Push button start. The navigation on these are very good. We teamed up with TomTom with the new Uconnect 5 system. I have delivered this to a person. I've sold a few of these. One of them that I delivered, it was far, basically north of northern North Dakota, up in the oil patch, and it took me to the guy's front door. I mean, I ended up out of town and on 3 different gravel roads, and it took me right to his front step. So it's a great system. AM/FM stereo, satellite radio, and like I said, Bluetooth, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, wireless, and all that stuff. You can have more than one page. So a lot of people, nav, radio, then you could add your phone to that or shortcut to the climate control and all that stuff. great setup, easy to use. The comfort, dual zone climate control up front, separate zone and back. You can run that here too. So we turn that on. I actually had it turned off. Turn the AC and we'll sync it to the driver. So you can run the front and rear. If you want to, you can lock them out back there. Go by the nav again, phone. I have nothing connected, but like I said, great system. And of course, you go into the vehicle, auto dim rearview mirror. This button here, actually, you hit that, that'll flip down the headrest for the second row, and this will do the third row. Basically, what's easier, because if you have those headrests up, sometimes they'll block your view. Hit that button, they're out of the way. Backup camera. Now, this one has the standard rear view camera. Doesn't have the 360. It's part of another package. You can turn the passenger screen on or off from here. We're going to go into off-road. This one, we'll wait till that loads. It has been loaded on this one, but it tells you what the differentials are doing and everything like that. Okay, if you're like in snow mode or things like that, it'll change as you go into different modes. Okay, I'm going to go to accessories. You can use this. Shows all your gauges: oil pressure, temperature, coolant temp, tranny temp, volts, the whole 9 yards. Got your pitch and roll here. And then, of course, select terrain. So we're in sand and mud right now. So it's showing you driving through the desert, basically. And if you do go off-road and you get lost, you got your latitude and longitude there, so you can let them know where you're at. Go back up here again. I'm going to go back to auto. So now it's just back in auto settings. Okay, we'll go back to vehicle here. And then settings. You got a bunch of settings. It's totally configurable. Display can be set for automatic for day and night and all that stuff. Different themes. Entertainment screens, you can adjust the permissions and everything for that screen. You have your separate profile for different drivers. When you basically get in with your key, it would go to profile 1. You can change your little icon and everything, and it'll set everything to you. If the other key is programmed to someone else, it'll do the same thing, but for their settings. Driver assistance, automatic emergency braking, like I said, active lane management and departure, front and rear park sense. Go down here a little bit. Blind spot alert, electric power steering. Now there's 3 settings: normal, comfort, and sport. Normal, it's really nice. Comfort's a little, softer, and then sport's a little tighter. Nice thing to have. Hill start assist, sitting on a hill, light turns green, let go of the brake. It's not going to release the brake. You hit the gas, you don't have to worry about rolling back. Tire fill assist actually works great too. What that'll do is if you have to check the tire pressures and you're adding air, let's say your tire's down to 32, you got to add air. When you get to within 10% of what it's supposed to be, the horn, it honks the horn at you. Sorry about that. Honks the horn so you know to stop. Great thing. But yeah, a bunch of different settings. You can adjust your camera settings, your mirrors, your wipers, your lights, brakes. It's got everything in here to set up. So yeah, these are very good vehicles on the road. They ride amazing. I mean, interior-wise, we're still winning awards. They just showed the other day that, the Wagoneers won for full-size interiors and ride and comfort and all that good stuff. So here you go. So 2023 Wagoneer L Series 2 in Silver Zenith. If you like this one, give me a call, 701-380-5590. Just ask for Justin. Have a great day. Bye.